Alright, so I'm doing some foliage here today. It's gonna be, yeah, gonna be like a, kind of gonna wing it a bit here, but just gonna do some, basically try to do a, yeah, just like a bit of a plant life kind of thing, and it'd be like an uncollided asset, so it'd kind of be put on the ground. Player, you walk like straight through it kind of thing, and it flips. Um, Behind, if the player walks past it, then player will be drawn behind it, and it'll be drawn in front of their feet, kind of thing. So it looks sort of like they're walking through the grass, is the idea. Um, and yeah, it'll be like maybe like be like a collection of just like kind of tall brush type stuff you'd see on the ground. Um, yeah, like I said, I'm kind of winging it here. No reference really. I did look at a few photos I'd taken at various places that I had kind of considered at some point I need foliage things. Thought of pulling them up, but I don't know. I haven't done art in a bit, and so I just wanted to kind of wing it and just kind of bust it out here. We'll see. I'm just trying to do a bit of a silhouette approach, just get kind of an idea, and then I'll do some painting over top of it. Yeah. So. Ooh. As you can see, just trying to get a bit of like a generic kind of grass blade sort of thing going on here. I'll switch to this brush. Work on the base bit. Somewhat rounded form. No, I don't want to be super rounded though. Just need, I don't want it to look like a harsh flat line because I think that'll look kind of funny. But also don't want it to be, I don't know, like a straight up circle because that would look funny too. It's kind of the look there. Something like that. Okay. Let's kind of work on the overall silhouette here of the kind of the outline of it. Let's bring this in maybe. No, I think that was good actually. Let's extend kind of this, and then this side will have this kind of inwards dent to it. Something like that. Alright. Yes, get rid of that. Beauty. Not too bad. Kind of liking this initial vibe. It's a little, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. See where it's going. We're gonna probably have to start popping the color pretty quick here. Actually, I'm gonna do that. So we're just gonna grab kind of a whoops. Here, let me mask that out. There we go. Okay, it's kind of just a darker, sort of grayish green there to start. Grab kind of a soft round here. Just get some of those initial kind of shadowy sort of forms in there. So you can see I'm just trying to go in between where there would be different, I don't know, blades of plant, grass type things, or I don't really know if you call them like if you had a dandelion, I guess the stalk of it. Not too sure on my grass terminology, or not grass, plant life terminology. Sure. All right, starting to get somewhere with that. Kind of digging it. Okay. Go over with this textury brush here a bit. We're also gonna, you know what, need some more vibrant colors, higher, more saturated. We go kind of like, no. Let's bring this down to the yellows a bit. It's kind of what I want over there. Yeah. Kind of get that like wheat sort of dry grass feeling a little bit to some of this. It's definitely going to be a first pass. I do need some sort of reference I'm seeing here. I mean, it's a fairly obvious thing for most stuff, but it's not always bad, I think, to just kind of give your first attempt, see how you do, and then next, kind of know what you couldn't figure out next time you go back and grab your reference. But okay. Some of these shapes are a little weird. Let's kind of do that. Yeah, I liked how that worked out actually. Oops. Oops again. Jeez. What am I pressing? What's going on here? Oh, I've somehow selected the whole scene, so I was trying to hit delete. It was getting rid of everything. Alright. Yeah, I'm really trying to, like, on top of this art stuff, I'd like to try and improve my dialogue for these. Kind of just my dialogue in general, I suppose, maybe useful dialogue in life. I don't really know, some of it's going to be like nerves kind of thing. Some of it's, maybe I just like aren't very interesting. Maybe I don't say interesting things in real life. I don't know. I'm kind of like dulled out a little bit these days, I feel, but let's see if we can turn that around, eh? Okay. Yeah, this is kind of looking somewhat interesting. Interesting shapes going on. Let's grab this. Oh, let's back to this. Let me do this. No, that's not right. Need some more see-through bits. I think that'll help with the actual like kind of game mechanics of it, of walking through, because you'll see some of the more like the character's feet and such behind it. So let's just see if we can get some more see-through bits. No, that's all. I need to focus on these like, so you got like this is kind of like a cluster right here of plants. I mean, you know, this would be a pretty thick stalk if it was one sort of thing. So if I can just kind of emphasize that this is multiple blades here. Yeah, okay. Get some of those going over there. Do the same thing for this one. Oops. Beauty. Kind of actually like, I always like this look of, I don't know, like in these foliage. I do this a lot, I find, and I think like it helps whenever I do kind of looks of foliage or grass, is you just have like a bent one. Like it kind of looks like, I don't know, like maybe there's an animal or something stepped on it or something, and that seems to be like a, I find it really just gives it that look sometimes. This one's not working out super well. This, like even this kink here in this like blade though, I don't know. This example isn't the best so far, but if I had an example that was working, I could show you, and then you'd maybe you'd agree with me. You'd probably agree with me. Okay, this is coming along. Looking at the time here, and I'm gonna probably wrap it up pretty quick. Feel like looking at it, it's kind of like the main area in the middle here is lacking, and especially considering it's in the middle, kind of like a focal point. So definitely need to do something about that. Let's bring this here. Just gonna have to go over that and then I'll come back and fix it. Yeah, lots of no it, you know, I'm not so sure it's quite game asset ready, but it's a good placeholder, and that's gonna, me doing all these like really quick like this is, you know, I'm a solo dev, I got thousands potentially of assets in there, and so if I just get like a nice a placeholder for everything and kind of start to get a sense of stuff, get a little bit of how it all pieces together, and then at some point, you know, and that gives me a little bit more of an understanding of making the cohesion among cross things. At least that's kind of my approach there. It's like, yeah, like it's like you know people use like, I don't know, get an asset pack or like blocks or something like that. Like, you know, they'll just like use squares to represent objects and stuff like that, or yeah, you know, asset pack that they can kind of use to represent that, and then they go and replace all their art later. But being the artist on this project as well, the art's almost actually more important to me. Like, I mean, I shouldn't say more important. I'm an artist before I'm like a software developer or something like that, you know, a programmer. So, yeah, and just starting to flesh out some of these things, get the start to start to get a sense of it and what will need to be done and how it can be made cohesive and stuff. Just having these assets. So even though some of these, you're seeing some of these initial things look pretty rough, it's all part of the process. And later I'll do a pass on pretty much everything and upgrade. And I'm gonna have to do a pass. That's the thing, right? It's like even if this is sucks, I'm gonna have to do a pass to kind of make work with the cohesiveness of everything. Some of that can get done eventually down with like shaders and stuff like that. Um, even like I not too long ago added a bit of a night and day cycle to it, which adds a bit of a hue shift to everything um, throughout different time periods of the day, and just that like overlaying everything in slightly the same hue on itself adds cohesion to the environment and such. But there's different facets of all that too. This one major issue with this right now is it I can it looks like if I just do like a little bit, there's kind of like this, and it sort of looks like everything is coming from there. It doesn't really look like anything's like behind this. I need I need to go behind like something like this, and then I don't know, just add some additional kind of blades like that really look like they're behind it, or something like that. There's just some stuff that definitely need to be done to this. That's all I'm saying at the bottom. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Yeah, thank you.